Hey y'all, my name is Lita and I'm here with Faye.
Hey y'all.
How you feeling?
I'm alright.
Just alright?
I mean, I work today, so.
I feel you. Alright y'all, so we about to do her mental health check-in video and we just gonna see how she feeling, get a little insight on how she think about mental health and, just chop it up a little bit.
Okay.
So to start it off, I'm gonna ask you to rate your mental health from a 1 to 10. 10 is the best.
Wow. I would say like a 7.5 now.
What's the components that's making it a 7.5?
I think balancing school and work, and then also trying to be Faith. It could be a lot, and imposter syndrome can kick in, and you get that feeling of like, am I really capable of doing this? Should I really be doing it? That's really where it's at for the 7.5. I feel like if I can get everything together and really have like time for me and incorporate more self-care, then I will probably be at like a 9-10.
Okay, so where does the imposter syndrome kick in the most?
Being completely transparent, when you are probably like one of two or sometimes the only Black person in your class getting a master's degree, you have that weird feeling because like you almost feel like the black sheep or you stand out.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you could be nervous to raise your hand and say something because you don't want people looking at you some type of way or you don't want people doubting your capabilities. So I think that's where it comes in the most. And that's something that I talk to my therapist about a lot. So yeah, that's usually where it kicks in.
So yeah, definitely can take a toll on not even a full mental health, just a toll on like being exhausted at the end of the day. But for our next question, I'm gonna ask you, have you ever struggled with mental health?
Yes. And all of it was centered around self-esteem, not thinking I was capable of doing things, or also like looks. Like growing up, society tell you you're supposed to look a certain way. So if I didn't look that way, I was like, dang, like, am I not pretty enough? Am I not the right size? Like a lot of it came from self-esteem, whether it was looks physically or like if I'm smart enough for something, if I'm capable of achieving certain goals.
Okay. So how did you build your self-esteem? Or when did you see it start to go like more in your favor?
I was saying around 2021. So it's been about 3 years now. I had people around me during that time who were constantly lifting me up. And then also, like I started practicing makeup more on myself and started getting my nails done more, just doing stuff to make me feel good. And then over time, I got used to it. Like it was natural to me. I didn't have to worry about like, oh, this is weird because I had been doing it for so long.
Yeah, I feel you. I just got into all that like I want to say September, October is when I really just started always just going to get my hair done, always get my nails done. And it was just because, like, at some point, I'm shitting on somebody.
Okay.
I got to shit on somebody.
Okay. Like, I don't know who it is.
That's like, it just made me feel better when I look good. It's just like I did vision boards too, like on New Year's with my best friend and stuff when she came back from California, like about the smiles and stuff. And then that's when I had first was thinking about getting my braces and stuff too.
Okay.
No, I already had them because it was January. I already had them. So I was like, yeah, building up my smile and stuff because I never smile. Like before them, I would not smile in pictures when I modeled, none of that. So I put that on the vision board. I put like feel good, look good, a big ass picture of Keke Palmer in like this sparkly ass dress. And it was just because like her hair was done, makeup done, nails done. And that's what like make you feel better at the end of the day. Because I know I feel way more depressed when I'm at home with my ponytail.
Yes, when you look good, you feel good.
I just feel like something got to give, something got to shake. So thank you for answering that question.
Of course.
We'll move on to the next question. And that is, do you feel mental health has an ugly stigma attached to it?
Yeah, for sure. Working in mental health, people always think like, oh, you work with the crazy people, or people think if you have mental health challenges or mental illness, you shouldn't work in certain jobs. I know people who work in mental health who had severe mental health issues in the past, but they've overcame them. So I think once people know that you have had mental health challenges, they think like, oh, maybe they shouldn't work in this job or in this area, or maybe they shouldn't study this. It's a lot of limitations when people find out that you've struggled with mental health in the past. I think it depends also on the diagnosis. So someone who had depression at one point in their life, they could learn how to cope with that and they can help somebody else in the future. Whereas someone who is schizophrenic, they might still be dealing with some psychosis. So you don't want to mix those things. I think it really is specific to the individual and their diagnosis.
If you don't mind, since you know you in big grad school,
Okay.
you feel me? Can you let people know like the difference between an intrusive thought and an impulsive thought?
Intrusive is something that's like ruminating in your mind. Intrusive thoughts are also, they're more involuntary than an impulsive thought. So impulse, kind of like if you make an impulsive decision. So funny story. I know somebody who bought baby chickens and it was an impulse decision. That was just something that they, but like you got, like that has to be an impulsive decision to make. But an intrusive thought is like if you're constantly thinking about hurting yourself, or you're constantly thinking negative things about you, they're intruding your mind. You don't want them to be in your head, but for some reason you can't stop thinking about them. Impulse is something that comes quick. Like I just randomly had this idea to go buy some chickens. Like I did that before. I bought 6 fish.
So you talking about yourself? Huh?
No. I bought fish, y'all. I bought 6 fish because there's 6 people on my line for my sorority, and I was like, I'm gonna get a fish for each person, including me. Okay. But that was like an impulsive decision.
That's very impulsive. Like,
it was.
I don't think I would ever just go. Did you go to Myers or Petco?
Myers. See, it was so impulsive. I don't know what was going on, y'all.
See, no, I would have turned around. Something else. That's crazy. So now y'all know, stop saying impulsive and intrusive in the wrong way. That really pisses me off. Like, it really grinds my gears.
Yeah, intrusive is something that you almost can't help. You need to talk to somebody about it. Find stuff to do to keep your mind off of it, because it's hard, especially if you're already battling something. You're constantly gonna think about it. Whereas impulsive, that's just something that just comes like an impulse. Like it just comes.
You think you could date somebody that was bipolar?
Honestly, I don't know. And the reason why I say I don't know, because it depends on how severe it is. I'm really firm on taking care of yourself. So if you are very much aware that you have bipolar disorder and you're not doing anything to take care of yourself, that's an issue for me, only because you need to love yourself before you love me. And you need to love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Now, if this is someone who's actually working on themselves, then I'm not going to judge you for that. Because like I said, I had a situation where I was depressed and I didn't feel good about myself. And that may have caused me to act certain ways at times. It's more so about how you take care of yourself, knowing that you have this diagnosis.
Right. I don't know. People really just, I had seen a debate on Twitter and it was just like, why would I date somebody that already got issues? I ain't got none. I was just like, that is so
That's not even true.
selfish.
Everybody got issues though.
I was like, what you think your issues like just because you didn't go get diagnosed?
Right.
But that part. Girl, you probably got something going on. And I was just like, I wanted to argue on Twitter, but I was like, let me not. But we gonna move on, y'all. We gonna go to our next question. What would you tell your younger self?
To hold on tight. Just to hold on. Because it could be so easy to feel like you want to throw in the towel with anything that you deal with. But like, I'll be thinking about now and I'll be like, dang, like I prayed to be where I'm at today. And so to actually see myself doing the things that I either thought I couldn't do or the things that I knew I would be able to do, it's so rewarding, because I can actually say that I worked hard to be where I'm at today, which makes me more excited for where I'll be in the next 2 years.
Because I remember you never really posted as much as you do now. Like selfies and videos and actual Instagram posts. Like you didn't do none of that.
That's crazy. I was just talking to somebody about that. I was talking and I was like, you know, I never really posted. Even my boyfriend now, he was like, you're posting more. He was like, I'm so happy for you. Because he was like, you didn't post like that. And it was true. I didn't, because it was a self-esteem issue. And now I'm posting more. And that's another thing that I did to get where I'm at. I post more. I don't care who liked the picture and who don't. Like, it's not about you. It's about me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
yeah, I related to it when I started seeing you post more. It's like I already been posting because you know I was doing pictures and shit, but I wasn't posting smiling. Like it'll always be like a boomerang or something, duck lip something, you know. But hiding my mouth, like you're not seeing none of that shit. Like
I was nervous too until I got racist. I did not like my smile. That was a big part of my insecurity. I did not like my
now
smile.
I gotta get a wisdom tooth out. And I'm just like I should just kept these.
Oh my god.
I appreciate that answer, especially like the hold on tight because people just rush their process and they just don't trust the process. And it's just like you got so much more coming to you. It's just like, girl,
you need to
they gonna come to you.
Trust the process, not
Please
rush the process.
But moving on, what do you struggle with currently when it comes to putting yourself first?
Self-care. If someone called me and be like, I need this, okay, I got you. I'm always ripping and running. I'm going somewhere to take care of somebody, do something for somebody. But when do I take the time to just focus on me? And when I say self-care, I don't mean sit at home and watch a Netflix show. That's fun. But like, I really enjoy like going to get a pedicure, especially because I get like, it's like a deluxe and they use like a paraffin wax. Like that's like really calming to me. Or like my eyebrows, my nails, like the moments where I can actually take care of myself. Not for just 30 minutes. A pedicure, an hour, hour and a half. Like I like to have a significant amount of time to me. And that's really what it is struggling with, to make sure that I also take care of me if I'm going to call myself trying to take care of other people, especially trying to be a therapist.
So would you consider that self-care or just lack of boundaries?
Both.
Okay.
The lack of boundaries.
Do you put your boundaries in your self-care? Because a lot of people like, when I self-care, I just create new boundaries. Like, would you tie that together?
I would, because boundaries is self-care. When you don't set boundaries, you're neglecting yourself.
Okay. We clarified it. You feel me? I'm going to just put a bonus question in here.
Okay.
At what point do you feel like you just need to stop trying to help people?
When they show you that they don't want your help. When someone show you who they are, believe them. And when they show you what they want from you and what they don't want from you, believe them. People that want your help, even if they're not able to express it at the moment, you'll know. You'll know if somebody really wants your help, because someone, or let me rephrase that, when they're taking advantage of you. Because sometimes people are only going to be in your life for what you can give to them and not what they can give back to you. So you can help them all day long, but what are you gaining? It's not just about you pouring into their cup, because at some point your cup will get empty. So I honestly think pay attention to how these people are treating you, and also what are they doing? They don't necessarily have to do the exact same thing that you're doing, but if you notice you're putting so much energy into this individual and they're not giving you nothing back, there's no reason why your battery should be on 1% and theirs is on 100.
Right. Okay, dear.
I'm really passionate about it. Like, I've been there before.
I see you. That's good. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people don't get the whole thing when it comes to like being a benefit to people and actually genuinely caring about people. So it's like somebody dealing with something and you try to be there and you try to tell them so much stuff, like, you know, this is probably not what you should do to cope. And they keep doing it. It's just like, all right, bro.
Sometimes they want to hear what you have to say. Like, I'm pretty sure they heard you. They taking it in, but it also can be hard. That's just like if you tell a girl to stop, leave that man alone, but she won't leave him alone. And at some point, she has to learn for herself. Sometimes it's just something that we're dealing with internally. And until we can deal with that internal battle, we're not going to listen to no one else, because it's not you that's giving us the bad advice. It's us that's having difficulty taking it.
Bro. I'm my biggest op.
Honestly, we are our biggest op.
We are the biggest op ever. For the last question, do you journal?
Yes, I have quite a few actually.
Oh my god,
I got quite a few journals.
We love a lot of journals. Like the journal I use for these questions is my journal. Like
literally,
it's stamped. Last video I did with somebody, I was trying to find stuff, and they was just like, "What do you got to talk about that much?" And I was like, "Listen,
you'd be surprised.
Listen,
you'd be surprised.
I had a lot to talk about. Don't get me started." But in what ways do you journal though? Like, are you like a sit down and journal, or are you like let me just jot this down real quick and keep it pushing?
Both. So my sit downs are really, and I incorporate that into self-care as well. Like, I did like this big box in the middle of a page, and it said things that make me happy. And around that box, I wrote everything that made me happy, even if it was a bag of hot Cheetos. Like everything. I put music. I did put hot Cheetos on there. Egg rolls. Everybody that know me know I love my egg rolls. My family, my friends, my boyfriend. Like I did all of that just so whenever I feel like I'm in a low space or I don't feel like I'm good, I can always look and say, I got all these things that make me happy. So focus on the things that matter. But then there's times where I'll be like, dang, I want to do this for my mental health page, or dang, I want to do this for my research project, and I'll write it down. Or things for my upcoming podcast or different events that I want to do. I write it down real quickly so I know to go back to it.
Okay, that's good. What's one piece of advice you would tell anybody that is struggling with mental health, even if it's diagnosed or not?
I think the biggest piece of advice is to guard your heart and your mind at the same time. And I say that because when we say guard our heart, you basically say that so you don't end up hurt. But guarding your mind is essentially protecting your peace. If you don't guard your mind like you guard your heart, you will lose it. And no one wants to lose their mind over nobody. So you don't want to lose your mind over somebody that you could have potentially just walked away from. So guard your mind and your heart. So not only are you protecting yourself from being hurt, but you're protecting your peace as well.
Okay, then get into it. But that's the end of our mental health video, y'all, and the check-in with Faye. I appreciate you sitting down and just coming and talking to me. Yeah. But y'all, she is in grad school. She will be a therapist real soon. So remember her face. Pay her payment. You feel me? Hopefully she's on a sliding scale. But you know what? But yeah, more to come, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also follow Faye.
So her page is the MHPC2B. It stands for the Mental Health Professional of Color 2B. So THEMHPCTOBE.
Okay, then get